women, and he chose to go for a high maintenance woman. So why are you here preaching to us about the economy? Who doesn't know the economy exists? Who doesn't know that? He knew what he was getting himself into. So you over here talking about gold diggers. First of all, sir, which gold do you have to dig? You're only saying that from a place of lack mentality and poverty mentality. So stick to your level. If you cannot afford a woman like her, then go to for the woman that you can absolutely maintain and you can afford. Think looking this good is free. Mapenzi gharama. Mapenzi gharama. Na mwanamke ni gharama. So if you cannot afford a woman, you have no business trolling a woman you cannot afford. Like, I will shake your head like this. You have no business trolling a woman you cannot afford. Let those who can afford them be with them. Hi lovelies, hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, karibu. And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do. Let me welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and for joining my channel. And yeah, let's have fun. So today's video, I'll be looking at Pascal, Tokodi and Grace Ekirapa. They're such a beautiful couple. And this is one of those videos I really wished I would not be making, but here we are. So it has emerged that Grace Ekirapa and Pascal Tokodi have gone their separate ways, which is very unfortunate because they're a beautiful couple with a beautiful baby, but you know, life happens. And when it happens, I guess we roll with the punches. So anyway, so I'm here to address one specific allegation that has led to them separating and give you my thoughts on it. Of course, there are quite a number of other allegations that have been given, but one specific one that seems to be setting tongues wagging is the fact that finances or money issues were actually the main issue that came at play. Allegation that Grace Ekirapa had certain requirements and a certain financial standard that she wanted from her man, from Pascal Tokodi, and he, for whatever reason, was not able to meet it, is what led to the separation occurring. Now, I have thoughts. First and foremost, let me give a caveat to anybody who has not watched my channel before. This is a channel that deals primarily with hypergamy, that also deals with femininity, feminine energy, and just living our best lives. So of course, whatever I'm going to say about this particular issue is going to reflect that. When it comes to money, money makes the world go round. Money is the root of all ease. So obviously, money is front and center when it comes to all relationships, whether it is platonic, whether it's romantic, but more especially when it is romantic, and even more especially when you are a married couple and you have a child or children. So anyway, there's this thought that Pascal Tokodi was not able to keep up with Grace Ekirapa's requirements and whatever her financial needs were, and they had to keep on, you know, elevating and changing houses and moving and transforming or renovating their houses to move to another house. And of course, all those are expensive. And again, he wanted to buy her a car and she wanted a specific car, and so he had to go get out a loan and buy that car. To be quite honest, this is my principle when it comes to finances and relationships, and more specifically within the premise of marriage. Number one, live within the man's means. Absolutely live within his means. When you were dating him, you knew what his means were. When you got married to him, you knew what his means were. So live within those means. And if you're not comfortable or happy with what he is able to provide, you have choices. Either A, do not marry him at all. But if you have chosen to marry him, you either contribute to the marriage, which nope, absolutely not. Or three, you just leave. Okay, at the end of the day, you have to live within that man's means. So if he can afford a certain lifestyle and you're comfortable with that lifestyle from the get-go, then absolutely get married to him. But if you're not comfortable with that lifestyle or whatever lifestyle is able to provide, then do not get married to him, because it does not make sense to put him and yourself in a position where you are frankly living and trying to live up to the Jonases and, you know, keeping up with the Kardashians and whoever else you're trying to keep up with. That is such a miserable way to live. That said, there's a caveat. In as much as you're living within a man's means, absolutely motivate him to do his best. Absolutely, because women, we inspire and we motivate our men to reach for the stars. We inspire and motivate our men to do their best. We inspire and motivate our men, to keep on elevating and doing their best every single time. If anything, a lazy man looks for a lazy woman because a lazy woman will not motivate them to do their best. So I totally understand from the perspective of Grace Ekirapa had a certain vision for her family, and so she felt that she was inspiring Pascal to actually be his best and do his best. That said, there are limits to it. There are absolutely limits to it, and I feel that Pascal actually got to his limit in terms of he was not able to actually provide what Grace Ekirapa desired. He was not able to provide the lifestyle that she desired, and it was just too stressing for him. And so in that sense, I understand where the separation will actually come about. Another thing that I've been seeing online with regard to this issue and people's sentiments of this issue is that particularly the men arguing that, it's a tough economy. Why is she behaving like a gold digger? First of all, hold your horses right there. He knew who he was marrying. He did not consult you when he was marrying her. He knew that Grace is high profile. He knew that she's a media personality. He knew she had certain standards. So when he was marrying her, he knew how the economy was. And if he felt that he was not able to sustain, and if he felt he was not able to give her the life that she wanted, he had options, and he chose not to pursue those options. He chose not to pursue the low-lying fruit and the below bare minimum maintenance women, and he chose to go for a high maintenance woman. So why are you here preaching to us about the economy? Who doesn't know the economy exists? Who doesn't know that? He knew what he was getting himself into. So you over here talking about gold diggers. First of all, sir, which gold do you have to dig? You're only saying that from a place of lack mentality and poverty mentality. So stick to your level. If you cannot afford a woman like her, then go for the woman that you can absolutely maintain and you can afford. And if he felt from the get-go that he could afford her, who are you to tell him that the economy he's had? He knew it. He has a brain between his ears to know that the economy is hard. He knew the type of woman he was marrying. So you're over here trying to tell women that they are gold diggers, trying to humble us. First of all, sir, we don't care. Second of all, who asked for your opinion? Third of all, are you paying our bills so that you can label us gold diggers? Then go for the below maintenance women who don't put up with their appearances, who don't care whether you're ambitious or not. Nobody is asking you how you're living your life. Absolutely nobody. You're not paying her bills, so why are you so pressed? Like, really? Honestly speaking, you're just betraying your poverty mindset and your lack mentality. Other men are not complaining when they're providing for their women. If anything, the men who quote unquote complain, they're not really complaining. They do it in a braggadocious way. My wife is always shopping. My wife wants a certain outfit. So when they're doing it, they're not really putting their women down, and they're not really complaining. What they're really doing is they're actually bragging. So you and your lack of finances, please go look for women who you can afford, and don't start talking here at, oh, she's a gold digger. She's not your gold digger. She's absolutely not your gold digger. So perhaps maybe zip it up. Nobody's asking for your opinion. So anyway, before I get carried away, so there's this whole idea that Grace Ekirapa is a gold digger. From a logical perspective, I do get that you may want the best. From a logical perspective, I do get that you may want to provide the best for your family, but stuff happens, life happens, the economy gets hard, whatever that means. But he knew what he was getting himself into. And he's not asking you to throw him a pity party. Legacies are not built on pity parties. Financial freedom is not built on pity parties. Generational wealth is not built on pity parties. Have you seen Grace Ekirapa? Have you seen her? Have you seen her? And you over here talking about gold diggers. Again, which gold do you have, sir? Which one? Which one? Unatuita machimba migodi gani uko nayo? So that tukuchimbe? Honestly speaking, only broke people talk like that. You have zero, yet you're here. You don't even have 2 coins to rub and you're here talking about that she's a gold digger. He knew what he was getting himself into. And if he felt that he could not maintain her, if he felt she was too expensive, he had options. He could have easily chosen to go pick somebody else, but he chose to marry her. Because guess what? Grace Ekirapa absolutely elevates his his brand. Grace Ekirapa absolutely elevates who he is as a person. Grace Ekirapa absolutely elevates. She's a trophy wife. Just look at her. You're expecting to get a trophy and you're not wanting to maintain it. You're not wanting to polish it. A trophy should be maintained. A trophy should be polished. A trophy should be displayed. Poverty cannot buy a trophy. Come on. And you know the thing is with trophies, whether it's a metallic trophy, a plastic trophy, a trophy is a trophy is a trophy. And Grace Ekirapa is absolutely a trophy. And if that is so hard for you to swallow, nobody is forcing you to. Nobody forced him to marry her. So nobody is forcing you also to talk to her and to call her a gold digger. Like, come on, honestly speaking. Yeah. So I get it. Again, this is really heartbreaking if the allegations are true that they've gone their separate ways. But the fact that money is one of the things that actually has made them to go their separate ways is not surprising, because money is one of the things that actually breaks marriages and relationships, because you will not eat love. And I've told you guys again, over and over again, when I was younger, my mom told me one day, you know what, mommy, you cannot eat love. And it's true. You cannot pay school fees with love. You cannot go, I cannot go to my daughter's account finance department and be like, you know what, I love my daughter. Here is the love, I can't do that. I can't. So why are you condoning poverty and mentality and a lack mentality? Honestly, look at yourself in the mirror, call yourself for a meeting and ask yourself why you're putting up with that. You can't take love to the shop. Bills are paid by money, not love. Money. Money is the root of all ease, not love. Okay? So again, it's really sad that they've gone their separate ways. I pray that they resolve their issues, whatever they are, whether it's financial or whatever other issue there is. But at the end of the day, those people, those trolls, those online trolls who are here calling her a gold digger, you can't even afford her. So I don't even know why you're fixing your mouth to talk smack about a woman who you can't even afford. Can't even afford her lipstick. Like, honestly. You're just betraying your poverty and lack mentality here. So I wish them the best. I wish that their family gets back together for the sake of their baby. I wish that they resolve their issues, whether it's financial or otherwise. But yeah, marry who you can afford, men. Yeah, marry who you can afford. If you can't afford the likes of Grace Ekirapa, marry who you can afford. Yeah? Because you think looking this good is free. Mapenzi gharama. Mapenzi gharama. Na mwanamke ni gharama. So if you cannot afford a woman, you have no business trolling a woman you cannot afford. Like, I will shake your head like this. You have no business trolling a woman you cannot afford. Let those who can afford them be with them. You go for who you can afford. And take your poverty mentality na uko kwa kona. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'll still speak more on this story as it develops, and I have more and more thoughts about it. But for the moment, just lay off of them. Just lay off of them. So until next time, keep shining, keep smiling. Toodles.